Let us continue the lesson, human impact on atmosphere. Our last lesson, we spoke about air pollutants. Those were carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxides. Mostly they cause lung diseases and they damage the brain. Now we'll continue with it. You will learn about acid precipitation. When I say precipitation, that is rain, acid rain today. For that, first you highlight these points in your textbook on page 237. And let me explain you about this picture here. One by one, can you read it? Judy, please start here. Some compounds.
Some compounds in smoke and exhaust are harmful by themselves, and some compounds in smoke and exhaust can react in the atmosphere to form other pollutants, such as smog and acid
Right,
precipitation.
girls, see, some by itself, they are very harmful. But some, when they come out in air, you know that air has oxygen. When they go into the air and they react with air, they react with oxygen, then they become harmful by either becoming acid rain or smog or some other chemicals. So smog forms when ground level ozone and vehicle. We have ozone in the ground also, the ground level, which comes, near to the ground. We call it as ground level ozone. And vehicle smoke that comes out, the vehicle exhaust, they react in the presence of sunlight. So that is what smog is formed. They have shown you here, see, from the car what comes out and from the ground level ozone. They both react to form smog. Now these smoke and fumes from factories and vehicles contain sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide. And that reacts to the rain and form acid rain. These gases dissolve in water vapor and form sulfuric acid and nitrogen. Like I told you, sulfur oxide means something SO2. Nitrogen oxides or nitric, they form sulfuric acid and they form nitric acid when they react with oxygen in air. And that comes as an acid rain on earth. That comes as an acid rain on earth. Please highlight this, girls. Burning fossil fuel releases. Highlight them and please read it. Zishani, are you there?
Yes, Miss.
Can you read this? Burning fossil fuels.
Burning fossil fuels releases sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide into the air. When these gases mix with water in the atmosphere, they form sulfuric acid and nitric acid.
Sulfur dioxide will form sulfuric acid, whereas nitrogen oxide will form nitric acid. Now these two acids, that is sulfuric and nitric, they're very strong acid, girls. Even last year I had told you this. These acids, if you put a drop on your cloth will pierce maybe your skin also. It's so strong. Sulfuric acid and nitric acids are strong acid. Okay, when it falls as an acid rain, it is mixed. It's not that pure, okay? They can make precipitation so acidic that is harmful to the environment. Miral, please continue. Miral? Is she there here?
Yes, miss.
Can you please continue? Acid precipitation can cause
Acid acid precipitation can cause soil and water to become more
acidic than normal.
acid than normal. Plants have adapted over long periods of time to the natural of the
Acidity.
soils in which they live. Acidity of the soils in which they live.
Miral, you know what is acidity?
When soil,
Miral, do you know what is the meaning of acid? Do you know what acid means?
No.
You eat orange, right? You find something very sour in taste. Why? Because acid have natural, orange have natural acid. Okay, now do you get that? That's some sour taste in lemon and
Yes.
orange. In lemon and orange, they contain citric acid. This is natural acid, but outside they use in the labs they use the strong acid, which can even cause a hole. If you put in the hand, you can see your flush. It's very, I mean, you can see your flush there. It's very strong. If I put it on the cloth, it will make a hole. Now do you get what acid is?
Yeah.
What do you call it in Arabic?
Yeah.
Yes, girls, anyone? What do you say in Arabic to acid?
Miss, I don't know in Arabic.
You don't know about it? Okay. Let me check here. Acid in Arabic, right? We'll just check because exactly meaning you will understand more, I think. What is it called? Hamad? Do you know about it?
Yes.
How do you call?
Hamad.
Okay. Anyways, let us come back here. So that's why these gases, what comes out from the car, when they mix with the rain, they cause acid rain, which is harmful. Now how is the air? I need to check the quality of air. There is something called as air quality index. That's a number used to know the air quality, such as in city, how is the quality of air? Because in city you have lots of pollution. If the AQI, that is air quality index, the number is high. If the air quality index, that is AQI, number is high, that means people will be affected more with respiratory problems, with lungs problems. You know lungs, right? Lots of coughing and they get sick if there is more air pollution. How do you check that? With air quality index, and they give a number to that. Those people are there who check this and they give a number to that. When they check and give a number, example, they give a higher number, that is more people are in danger there with health problems. Now, AQI values are divided into ranges. Each range is given a color code and a description. For people to know them very quickly, they give a color code. Like example, if I say 7 to 14 is blue color, to that area where there are more cars, I color with blue on the map. Do you see how they give in the map? 0 to 50 good, 51 to 100 moderate, unhealthy, very unhealthy. So they just color so that the people who are observing it, they know by the color, okay, this part, it is very unhealthy, let us work for this part. Did you understand this? Hello, girls.
Yes.
Were you listening to me or no? I don't even know that. Sometimes I feel that I'm just talking to walls. Sometimes. Anyways.
Miss, I'm listening.
Yes, I know that. I might be
listening.
wrong. I might be wrong. Anyways, so there is something called AQI, okay? And we have EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. That agency is responsible to say AQI so that they know which area have more pollutants, which area is at risk, in which area they need someone to assign to control the pollution. Now, we have indoor air pollution and of course we have outdoor. If this is your house, How much you decrease the sources of indoor pollution? Girls, usually at home, they say that every day open your windows so that when you have fresh oxygen, you know, the bad air from your house, it goes outside, and you have, if you have sunlight, it kills the bacteria and the viruses. You know about it. Am I correct? Okay. So, you know what is this chlorine and ammonia from household cleaners? You have all Clorox, and you have a DAC, clean. You have chemicals coming out from dry cleaning. You have fungi and bacteria from your dirty heating and air conditioned ducts. You have chemicals from paint strippers and thinners. You have gasoline from car and lawn, the carbon monoxide from car left running. All these are around your house, which is actually not healthy. Not healthy. People used to have kerosene heaters. You know, when you have some blue color gas, which you take you to Bahar, which you take along with you, and the barbecues, everything. All those have unhealthy and harmful gases coming out.
Yes.
Air quality affects health. Good. Alhamdulillah, you are in Saudi Arabia. We don't have much of air pollution here. So we don't have so much of health problems when we go out, just with the, you know, gases of air coming out, I mean, gases in the air or coming out. See, short-term effects, we have coughing and then we take medicines and we are okay. Headache. Headache is also one of the cause. Difficult breathing, burning, itchy eyes. You know, sometimes for some girls, they itch their eyes when they go to malls, or because for some they are very sensitive. And long-term effects, which really, you know, it's very harmful. Asthma, allergies, lung cancer, chronic bronchitis. Chronic means something very severe. Bronchitis, I have told you, in my lungs, I have branches which clean the air and that are called as bronchioles. And anything that affects your bronchioles are called as bronchitis. Chronic bronchitis. Now, this is what all I told about how do the air quality affect your health.
Health.
Now we have, how are humans changing Earth's climate? What are we doing? What is our part in changing the Earth climate? Why? Because of us, the climate is going bad day by day. What is it about? The burning of fossil fuels. You're using regularly cars, and you're using some of the vehicles that actually destroy the environment, releasing greenhouse gases. What were the greenhouse gases? Carbon dioxide. Remember I told you? Such as, yes, they release in the atmosphere. The atmosphere today contains 43% more carbon dioxide than it did in the 1700s. Imagine 43% more that's affected because of these vehicles. And the gases coming out from the chimneys or from the factories. Okay. Many people are concerned about how the greenhouse gases from human activities add to the observed trend of increasing global temperatures. Earth's atmosphere and other systems work together in complex ways. That means in tough ways to know exactly how much extra greenhouse effect is there. Before I continue with the ozone layer affecting the air population, let me just show you the video and we'll finish our lesson today, inshallah.
Okay.
Opera line. Wait a minute, girls. Let it download.
Why does this scuba diver have a Welcome to the lesson, Human Impact on the Atmosphere. In this lesson, you'll learn how human activities can pollute.
I think we have
Why does this
video, right?
Yeah, we saw
Where
it.
did you see, girls?
we know
I
that
think
Okay, wait a minute.
what happens when contaminants as the population on Earth grows, cities and towns
Did we see this?
grow too.
um,
Cars, trucks, buses, and other vehicles that run on gasoline produce vehicle exhaust. Vehicle exhaust is a primary pollutant. Ozone forms when vehicle exhaust reacts with sunlight and air. Ozone is a secondary pollutant that causes respiratory problems when people breathe it. Smog is another secondary pollutant. Smog forms when vehicle exhaust reacts with ozone and sunlight. Smog causes air to look dirty and hazy. It also can cause respiratory problems. Urbanization increases the number of vehicles on the road and the distances that vehicles have to travel. As more vehicles hit the road, more exhaust is produced, which leads to more ozone and smog. A sprawling, highly populated city like Los Angeles.
Yeah, we have seen this part too.
How do you think human changes to Earth's atmosphere affect the planet as a whole? Human activities like burning fossil fuels and cutting down large forests can increase the concentration of greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, in the atmosphere. This can disrupt Earth's energy balance and cause global warming. Human-produced pollutants like chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs, can deplete the ozone layer, which is a layer of gas high in our atmosphere that protects life from the sun's ultraviolet rays. CFCs are found in refrigerators and air conditioners.
CFCs are chlorofluorocarbon gas. Chlorofluorocarbons that are also harmful, and they're found in refrigerators and air conditions. Like, you know, what is the left out coming out from that is the CFCs.
okay.
A primary pollutant is a contaminant that enters the atmosphere directly. Primary pollutants become secondary pollutants when they undergo chemical changes in the air.
Okay, girls.
Which pictures show primary pollutants?
Primary means
Which show secondary pollutants?
which
Drag your
by
answers into the correct
pollutant.
boxes.
But secondary, it reacts and it makes. It was not that much harmful, but when it reacts, like acid rain is a secondary pollutant. Okay, tell me about the vehicle exhaust. Primary or secondary?
Primary.
primary.
Good. Smoke. Smoke. Primary. Smog. Secondary.
Secondary.
Industrial emissions. Secondary.
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 No, primary, because it directly comes into the air and it is harmful itself. But smoke reacts with something, and so industrial emission, that would be primary. Volcanic ash, second.
Secondary.
Vehicle exhaust,
Only the Smog is
Smog.
rest all.
How could you help reduce air pollution?
Primary.
Think of 3 things you could change about your own habits, your family's habits, or your school's habits that would help to decrease human impact on the atmosphere. You could ride your bike more. You could encourage others to walk or bike instead of driving. And
I don't ask you to drive and walk such, for small places, don't use your vehicles.
you could encourage school officials to check air conditioners to make sure they are not leaking.
So these are the things which can help you to avoid.
Why do we measure air pollution? One reason
I
is
told
because
you that we have AFC, right? Measuring that AMI index, we check the air quality index. And if the number is high, they take care in that area. That comes with the color code also.
air quality can affect human health. People with respiratory diseases like asthma might find their symptoms worsening when air pollution levels increase. Pollution might affect these people so much that they have to use oxygen masks to breathe.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. And I will continue tomorrow, inshallah.